Hi, and welcome to Ruby Uncensored, and a happy Thursday, everyone. Tomorrow is Friday, so I'm so excited because tomorrow is Friday. You know what I mean? We're very close to the weekend, so come over, guys. Let's have a chat. Okay, today was such a busy day, very busy day. So I'm super excited that I know you're waiting. You can't wait to have a chat. So come over, let's talk. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to extend my gratitude to everyone who has always been joining us and who's still coming back today so we can have a conversation. I also want to extend my gratitude to face comers. If you use your first time to visit this channel, Nessa is actually first in line, and I just want to say to her, hello, and I have to see you. If it's your first time to come across this channel, I'm going to ask you to subscribe, making sure that you turn on the notification button, because that thing is the real deal. Because every time I'm here, you are with me so we can have a conversation. Yo, what's up? Okay, so I know you want to talk. I know you want to talk, and I'm here. We need to have a conversation. Now, here's the thing, guys. Please like the live. So many people here. Drop some love, because we need to make sure we push algorithm for other people so they can join us. Because this conversation is really important to all of us across the board. It is an important conversation we need to have. All right, guys. You know what? Welcome to Ruby Uncensored. I know why you're busy right now preparing for what's going to be happening. Let's take a look and see who is trending on Twitter right now. Because Twitter is literally like the home. This is our home. On Twitter, we are like family. You know what I mean? We are family. The way we are here right now on YouTube, it's the same as Twitter. We are really just a brotherhood. I'm saying it's a brotherhood. Okay, so let's have a look and see who's trending. Oh, my. Hope Watching On is trending. I don't know why. But you know, people always say that he's Mr. I know it all. I don't know why they say that, but you know what? I have so much respect for him. But anywho, he's trending right now. People are saying, call him a doctor because he had a conversation with a doctor yesterday. Incredible doctor. I'm also going to one day share his Twitter, his Facebook, YouTube page so that you can subscribe. He gives such incredible counsel as far as health eating and health is concerned. So I will introduce you to him as a Zimbabwean doctor. Amazing. All right. So yeah, interesting. People are worried about Chamisa launching the party. It's not a party, it's a Zimbabwean movement. So for those that think that it's about the party, it's not about a political party. It's a Zimbabwean family movement. We are tired of toxicity. We need to have a completely new life. So icebreaker, let's see. Guys, the inflation in the country is going hell, absolutely haywire. It's a bit hot here. Now, Fadzema sent out a tweet. He said Zimbabwe's economy is in the ICU. They have no plan to fix it. So we'll try and distract you while your suffering gets worse. So we're going to be, check what's going on. They're trying to confuse you, but the bottom line is the economy is going haywire. It's a mess. So 1,347% hyperinflation. We also have 49% extreme poverty. Consumer bracket is sitting at 6.2 million, Zimbabwean dollar. Rate is at 1.16 thousand, and another new currency coming. 2.8 billion looted annually. I'm saying $2.8 billion looted annually as scavenging tax policies and its price hikes. So guys, pay attention. Don't be confused. Don't be swept by the drama, the charade. The bottom line is we need to make Zimbabwe, better again or great again. We're making Zimbabwe great again. So ZimLive reported that Zimbabwe working on measures to stabilize currency. This is Mangunda. Inflation remains albatross and country's efforts to ward off massive depression. And also Dr. Walter Muzembe responded. He said, Mr. Stabilization Governor John Panonesa Mangunjga pretending to solve things beyond him for a decade. Is the politics stupid as the infamous adage goes. Politics is stupid. That's the reason why we are stuck where we are today. Now we have the drama of Job Sikhala. It has been a long ride. It has been a long ride since the time that Job Sikhala came out of prison. We were anticipating, but it was interesting how he came out of prison abruptly. Nelson Chamisa resigned. And while we are busy to try to recover from his resignation, to understand what really transpired, boom, he was now being out of prison. You know that yesterday was also convicted to another, convicted for literally sending out some falsehoods. Now, do you remember the time of Songezo Shamangu when he said that for Job Sikhala to be out of prison, what was required was a political settlement? Do you remember that? A political settlement? So now when we're looking at where we are now with Job Sikhala and the political settlement that he was alluded by Songezo Shamangu, and everyone, can you tell me, where is Songezo Shamangu? Where is he? Because the brother is quiet, he's on mute. Why all this drama is playing in front of us? But we all know, they go. I told you, good and bad works for the good to those who loves the Lord, to those who seek justice. Good and bad works for the good. So relax, y'all. Just chill. Don't worry. Everything is going to work for your good. But I wanted to remind you. So I remember a few years ago, under MDC Alliance, Nelson Chamisa and Job Sikhala were together. You know, this may have been extremely close. You are much aware. When they started this Citizen Coalition for Change, I remember a video where they were dancing and literally Job Sikhala was ushering Nelson Chamisa to get in. These guys were really very, very close. And the regime knew that they were close. So how do you do it? It's called divide and rule, correct? So if you see that people are so united, the only way to attack them is to separate them or to divide them, to cause confusion between the two. But now what I want to do is to remind you what Job Sikhala said. That was about a few years ago while he was still under MDC. I want you to pay attention because we are going somewhere. Pay attention. I'm telling you, we are on our way somewhere. Please. So pay attention. I know a lot of theories are just circulating right now. People are just speculating, but I want you to really pay attention. Pay attention, guys. Take a listen.
Ndakamira panapa ndisukutaura ndakamira ma-MP ndakamira musangano ndiri vice chairman ndakachekwa congress ndofana kuzviziva izvozvo. So I'm speaking here as the vice chairperson of the party who was elected at congress kuti ndibate basa romusangano. So MP mujumirwa handitohudi kuti ndakaisa payslip yangu patwitter nezuro kuti onai chimari chinokura ma-MP chi. Ndakaona mudhenda wandana zvikasi naisara woshibisa here parliament kudaichiwa ungatwita here sarari yaMP yake inoshekese kudai. Ndikadiwa kuti vanhu vazive kuti kudzingana nyange kusadzingana hakuna chiriyo. Ndikuzvazvandikutaura. That's why I deliberately did it, Mr. President. Kuti hakuna chiriko. Nobody sure. Kunotova nechunhu. Ndanzwa vazvi zvaitiri mukati muzvikabura. Vasikala vakavharwa muromo nekare redzimhosva. Kunzwa kanzi hapana kana mbotaura kuti kufa. Handizvo zvakataurwa nekare. Baro rakataura kuti vasikala pamunenge mutaura navanhu. Taurai kwazvo.
All right. First of all, guys, you saw a payslip that was circulating of how much members of parliament are getting. Even the mayor is getting $30 US. You saw it circulating. He's also mentioning the same. Now I was asking myself and saying, when you guys received $40,000 US, and which was always claimed to be a loan, and we all remember, I remember this year, Professor Gift Mugano, if you're here, do you remember that you had a video that you actually spoke, that was on Friday night, if I'm not mistaken, Friday drinks, with Baba Nyenyedzi. I remember what you said. You said ZANU-PF can only begin to act. So you said when election is over, they're also working on the next election. I remember those words. And you mentioned that what people don't realize is that ZANU-PF don't care about everything else, only focus on elections. Now, what's interesting is, if these members of parliament are getting peanuts, but then towards election they were given $40,000 US as a loan,
And the judges were given 400,000 as well as loans. And then the ministers were given 350 as loans as well. Now, the question you should have asked all of yourself questions is that, if you guys can be given 40,000 US dollars that you cannot pay back because you can't afford. Remember, it's a loan, but you can't afford to pay the loan back because your salaries are too little. What does that supposed to mean? What was that money for? It's a mind game, isn't it? It's a mind game. So that you guys can, when you're receiving such a lot of money at once, you're like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Ask those who got jobs and they started getting good salaries. Everyone can tell you, I may be one of them, trust me. When you get your first job and you're getting a good salary and you think, oh my God, my life is going to be all heaven on earth. You're spending the money, not knowing that, no, it's just a hook. It's testing you to see how smart you are. And before you know it, you find yourself on minus. It's all a mind game. Money is dangerous too. If you don't understand it, it's dangerous. Because the moment you see it in front of you, there's a possibility that you can be worked heavy. This was simply a mind game. It was a mind game. If you can't be for the entire 5 years and peanuts, but closer to elections, you are being handed over this amount of money and say, hey, please, just, it's a loan. Considering that the entire time you cannot even afford your life, how on earth are you going to afford to pay back the money? Of course, it's a mind game. But let's move on. Because yesterday, Nelson Chamisa decided to drop a bomb of this tweet. Because that's what surprised me. Yesterday, he dropped this tweet. I want you to pay attention. And don't forget, this may be very close, right? Very close. There's a lot of speculations, a lot of theories out there, conspiracy theories, a lot of them. And this is what Nelson Chamisa said. He said, now the new looks like, get this, the new looks like, it's giving you a blueprint of how the new is going to look like. He said, I must reaffirm our commitment to building a society grounded in ethical principles. We need a moral revolution, reformation of manners and values reset, a new civilization. We need a polite souls. We must treat each other with respect, love our neighbors, and protect the innocence of the young ones by saying no to child marriage or abuse. Let's drive out hurt and selfishness. Let's look out for the weak among us and prioritize clients' needs in all professions. Together, let's foster mutual respect between civil service professionals and the citizens. We must be a society of and with standards. Change is coming. Change is coming. Change takes everyone to play their part. Change comes when we are intentional and deliberate about it. Let's take action on what's within our control. Change demands effort. We just don't need the change of faces, but the change of hearts. We need a software change, not just a change of the hardware. It's the software issues most. We are pivotal to happiness. Welcome to a bright future. Hashtag ethical society. Hashtag respect. Hashtag love. Hashtag protect each other. Hashtag one people. Hashtag God is in it. I hope you pay attention to this tweet that was sent out by Nelson Chamisa. Now, just to cement what I'm saying here, Peter Gift Mutasa said, we only have one real opposition at the moment. It is a fact we all must work with. We only have one opposition leader at the moment, a fact we must work with. You've seen the blue literally today. It was all over the place. I don't know which area was that, because now ZDV map, Triple CNAP now send out a message and said, for hashtag Zimbabwe for everyone. Dear Zimbabweans, his resignation has sparked a revolution in Zimbabwe. Can President Chamisa and the rest of us citizens count on you to finish the work we started? A new great Zimbabwe will only be possible if all of us Zimbabwe citizens, no matter our political persuasions, participate. Let's make Zimbabwe work again. Currently, we have no stable domestic currency. Cholera is killing us. We have no jobs, no electricity, no clean water. We need to fix this once and for all, for us and for future generations. Play your part. Hashtag prepare. Hashtag no retreat, no surrender. Hashtag change radio ZW at diaspora Chamisa at MW diaspora. Now they were playing a song today, the blues. Because I am for blues, so you're gonna drop some love, blue loves here. If you are also for the blues, because I'm for the blues. Yo, I have my own political party that I support, but trust me, I'm not a politician. And I don't want you to involve me in your political drama. I'm not a politician. I'm simply commenting on issues that's happening in the country. For those that think I'm a journalist, I'm not a journalist, and I don't even want to be a journalist at all. I just want to be Rumbi and just do what I can and what makes me happy. Now take a listen to the song. Everybody. It's the blues. Just throw your blue hearts, because if you are for the blues, you're gonna have to send a blue heart right there, the blues. All right. Can I say this? Guys, you can't stop the music. Please don't stop the music. You can't stop this revolution. It's a big thing. Yo, listen, by the way, it's for the entire Zimbabwe. Political drama. We're not interested here. We want people who want a best Zimbabwe for everyone. And I'm saying for everyone, be it a man or a woman, we must all desire to have a Zimbabwe that functions for everybody. No, we don't want selfish people here who only look at what they want for themselves. No. That time is gone. This is a different season, a different generation that is always pursuing peace, love, unity. That's all that we want. So very interesting. I don't know if you guys listen to Job Sikhala press up, but listen, we're going to pray that press up. I've got reasons why. If you listen to what Chamisa typed yesterday on his tweet, that's more or less the same that Job Sikhala said today. No, there's been a lot of furies today. I mean, I can tell you, Twitter was gun blazing. I do have some of the tweets here. I'm going to read them for you. But I want us to take a listen very closely to the presser that was held by Job Sikhala. Remember, Job Sikhala came out and he spoke about how he was literally being taped by Nelson Mandela in prison. But let me just tell you something about dreams. Is that sometimes when you think about something, you can dream about it and they sound like it's real. You know, you think about it and then you dream about it. If I had something like that, I'm not saying he did not get the dream, because it was talking about having a dream of Nelson Mandela. And then he also wake up and said he had another dream again of the late Morgan Tsvangirai. So we were like, I'm conflicted here. It's Nelson Mandela, South Africa, but who came out as a hero, as an icon after stood in prison for almost 30-something years. And we also have Tsvangirai was an incredible icon as well. So now, it's Nelson Mandela, it's also, Tsvangirai. These are two different nations, but both are icons, incredible men who did incredible work. But I want us to listen closely to the presser, because I've got the presser. I'm a sister's keeper, and I can tell you, only those ones who are not spiritual sound to see what's going on. You remember when he came out of prison? No, when he was still in prison, that Nelson Chamisa, for many occasions, he was being denied entry to go in and see him, because these people have been very close, really have such a very tight political, political brotherhood, very strong. Literally very strong. And when he was trying every time Nelson Chamisa to go to prison, he was alleging that he was always denied entry. Okay, so he came out, he was like, nobody was there for me. He also ate Tendai, he said, we could have done more. Would have done more by just, by taking to the streets. That was Tendai today. And Tendai is still saying, I am the leader of the CCC as a vice president. But it's being asked, but Nelson Chamisa resigned. Where are you, Mr. BT? He says, no, but there was no formal resignation. So for me, I cannot follow what I'm seeing online. I'm just going to sit here. On the other end, he's also blaming the recalls. But we hear Songezo Shalanga is claiming that I've been working with these guys. And he's also saying that there must be a political settlement for him to be taken to be out of prison. Then this presser here for Job Sikhala, if it's even worse. But let's take a listen to the presser, please.
invite our convener, presenter, Honorable Advocate Job Sikhala, to make his presentation to the nation. Advocate, you can take the floor.
No, thank you very much, Dr. Urayezembe, the chairperson of this presser today. I welcome all of you, members of the Fourth Estate. I also would like to welcome all.
Can you guys hear properly?
Ambassadors who have come to hear the message that I intend to deliver to the nation today.
Oh, can you guys hear properly?
Presence, Your Excellencies. I will take some of the political players in this country.
Just hold on,
who
hold
are
on.
also present at this press conference.
Okay, look, let me get you. Let me. No, I'm a sister skipper. Relax. I've got it all. Chill.
The process will eventually lead. I will be there with you or not. All collaborators, artists, corporate business. It will start from the village to the ward, district and provincial level. This process will be conducted by the representatives of different constituent bodies mentioned above at every level. The process will eventually lead to the convening of the National People's Democratic Convention. The input and ideas that will come from the people will be collected and coalesced by the National Democratic Task Force, made up of seconded persons from different constituent bodies who will be conveners of the National Democratic People's Convention. Each one in this process shall elect a delegate to attend the National People's Democratic Convention, which will debate the views collected and coalesced during the Democratic Consultative Conventions held at shop floor and grassroots level throughout the country. This will be our guide to the future. Critics are pointing out that some constituent bodies have been hijacked by ZANU-PF, like what they have done to the CCC. Let me give you as an example. What is such as the ZCTU or any other constituent body do not mean persons at leadership level. ZCTU is the worker who is at the shop floor level. It is not its leadership. There is no one, district or province, without a student, a worker, or a church elder. These are the ones that will constitute the Democratic Consultative Convention. Therefore, there will be no one left without being consulted, from Malipati to Matsuadona, from Kotwa to Manama, from Spepa to Mzalabad. We are embodied by the declaration of Nelson Mandela that action without vision is only passing time. Vision without action is merely daydreaming. But vision with action can change the world. We are not here to pronounce the emergence of a political organization, but a broad-based mass democratic movement for everyone in advancement of the mass democratic struggle in the fashion of the United Democratic Front of the 1980s in apartheid South Africa. This is motivated in remembrance of the great ideals held by many Zimbabweans who perished during the period of the liberation struggle, and those who died since the resuscitation of the goals and aspirations of the mass democratic struggle in Zimbabwe in February 1999. Dala Costa had this message for all leaders. Do not promise what you cannot deliver. Do not misrepresent. Do not hide behind spin-doctor diversions. Do not suppress obligations. Do not evade accountability. Do not accept the survival of the fittest pressures. We promise that we will stand by our word and deliver in terms of our pact. We are not men and women of empty threats. We are decisive in our declarations. The mass democratic struggle is people-driven and owned. Every struggle waged throughout the world down the centuries has succeeded when people own it. The masses must own the next decisive stage of our struggle. Whether I will be there with you or not, as my enemies have not shelved their plans to assassinate me for the sins best known to themselves, this process must proceed uninhibited to finality. With or without resources, the people shall carry out this most important task in the decisive phase of our history, and our people struggle against tyranny for freedom, for their freedom, dignity, and prosperity. To all those who have retained their democratic right to cling to the CCC carcass, I wish them all the best in their project. We pray to the God of David to give us the strength not to be shaken by the antics of our enemies, and to bless the fruits of our labor and efforts. I thank you, all of you.
Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear him? He's also claiming that, people want to assassinate him. Today has been really a long day. A long day, okay. A long day. Twitter was gun blazing. People were like, no, you're going back to 1999. There was a tweet that really made me literally laugh. So they say the Israelites, the children of Israel. The children of Israel kept crying about going back to Egypt. That was Kudam Sasiwa. MDC in 1999. This was people going crazy. The children of Israel kept crying about going back to Egypt. But I'm seeing it differently, honestly. I'm seeing it differently. Yes, I'm thinking that he's referring to the past, but no, the guy is resolute about what has to happen right now. It's just that there's a lot of conspiracy theories, and it makes it harder for people to really know who says what and who says what. And there's also the issue of strategic ambiguity that really was employed and caused quite a lot of critical thinking, a lot of conniving, backbiting, and deception. So for that reason, people are just throwing things all around, trying to see what is it really saying? What does that really mean? Now, Kuda went on to say, politician has never held down a job or got a pay slip or run a business to sustain themselves, but not be allowed anywhere near power. Any person who has never been exposed to employment, like out of politics, also maybe having a pay slip, running a business, I'm talking about successful businesses, must never be allowed anywhere near politics. And relatives of politicians should be banned also. We have too many brothers, sisters, girlfriends, and aunts in positions of power on both sides. It has to stop. I completely agree with him, because I don't know. I can only imagine. Guys, listen. If you want to form as a business person, man or woman, just try to employ family. They have to have the understanding. They can't be like Donald Trump, the Donald Trump kind of style, where the sons and the daughters can run the business professionally. It requires a lot of hard work, because there's this family wood. People don't know where to draw a line between family and business. It takes a lot, and I think that's what's going on right now in the country. It's people either appointing their family members, and they will never, give their 150%. As they could do under normal circumstances, or very, very solitary places. If you're too close to your relative who may be powerful, you can't work. You can drag your feet, that I'm always going to have protection. It's a dangerous one. That's why most of the times, if it's a husband and a wife running a business, not all the people will succeed. Because if you don't understand that this is a business, and when you're at home, we drop our jackets, now we're husband and a wife, it will not work. And I think I agree with him. It's time we assassinate that family, employing your families, and begin just to bring the right people who can do the work and the job. And also, people were talking about Komich. You saw Komich was next to we were. Guys, when we were came through, there were quite a lot of guys who were well known around him. But today's presser was quite unique and interesting. This presser was simply Komich that we know in politics. I don't know those. Do you know those other guys that were there? Because I don't know them. And I'm asking myself questions. Where are the people? What is playing around? And where's Tendai Beauty? Where is Washman Ngwe? Why are they quiet? Why aren't they say something? Where are they? Also remember, Hope Ochimono has been very close to Job Sikhala. Don't forget that. And also very close to Tendai Beauty. He's not saying anything about these two. And I'm asking questions. Why? Why aren't you say something, sir? Since you always say things about these two, why aren't you say something? Why aren't you say something? Because they're not saying anything. And Peter Mpon say he's just looking because they're talking about Komich. Komich is a washed up politician. That I could be wrong, but Komich, but I think your time as a political player of consequence is up. There's simply no excuse for those Supreme Court theatrics you were involved in with Monzora. They are of the kind of politicians who rarely recover from good luck. This is my brother Brighton Matebuga. And then Peter said he's just looking for someone influential to ride in order to resuscitate his expired political relevance. He knows that he can't go out alone to address people. He won't even manage to gather more than 5 people because Komich, and I'm like, where's Ngube? Where's Tendai Beauty? Oh, because for their own political party. But guys, forget about the political party. These people have been extremely very, close. Why now? What's playing in the background? What is that going on? But he also saw Chamisa went to meet up with Wiwa, and when he met up with Wiwa and, people was like, they're not really talking, but you saw Nelson Chamisa there. What Nelson Chamisa wrote, very close to exactly what we were saying today. Now the question is why? Why would we say exactly what Nelson Chamisa said yesterday? You know what I mean? And he's got Nelson Mandela's shirt. You saw him today. He literally came with the shirt because he was also advised by that prophet that you must never wear. You can only wear the suit when you go to court, but when you're in the political space, you must not wear the suit. You must wear the shirts. Like, since you said Nelson Mandela's spirit is on you, it is it is upon you. You know what I mean? Like, the spirit of the gods is upon you. I've never seen such drama. I've never seen such drama in my life. Like, we're sitting down, but one thing I'll tell you for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, is we are going somewhere. And we're very close. And I'm telling you, we are very close. I love the revolution. I love the peace. I love the Zimbabwe that we are all captivating right now. I can't wait because we are very, very close. All that is happening right now, we are simply in a burning furnace. Where it's like last time is the last chance. You can't mess up with people any longer in the political arena because people have tasted the pain. People have tested how bitter the water has been. People have tested the worst excruciating, pain in our lifetime. No one again will ever mess up with Zimbabweans in the future. And I'm telling you, it's happening. It's happening. And I can tell you the Zimbabwe that you want is around the corner. My brother said it's very close. He also said that it's a few that's going to usher that Zimbabwe, but pray that they won't let you down. They won't do what is happening currently in the country. So we are hoping and we are praying that Zimbabwe comes through because for me, I do not care what happens much. What I want is just to see our people free. I just want to see our people free. Free to fulfill purpose freely, where there's no all this manipulation, where there's no corruption. I just want that in Zimbabwe because today I asked you a question and I think I wanted to do that separate video and I'm going to do it I think tomorrow where I wanted to ask you a question honestly. Can we actually say President Emerson Mnangagwa is the reason for our problems? I don't think so. Today we are dealing with a group of people who are playing us dirty but hiding behind the political arena, and those people are about to be humiliated. The time is actually now. It is now. Truth is going to come out and I'm going to run that video on its own because there is a reason why it must be on its own. we need to actually be able to look closely and say, can we keep on blaming the president for our issues today? Because when we see what's happening in our political arena alone, you can see how horrible and how toxic and how evil, greedy, and corrupt our people have become. Because we as a people, we have the right to decide the kind of culture we want to live in. I cannot blame my problems on my daddy. Because you know what? I'm too grown to make decisions. I've heard people say, no, it's because my father did this. Or it's because my mama did this. No, you're too grown to make your own decisions. Don't forget, any generation that does not improve from the previous one is a failure. So you can't keep on blaming your parents because we can decide the kind of Zimbabwe that we want. But keep on blaming the past and people who are leaders today, it's a lie. It still boils down to us as a people, the culture, the social fabric that is toxic, that is evil, that is selfish, that is greedy. That's what we need to be facing head on and make sure that is done with for good. In my lifetime, I pray that happens so that we don't keep on blaming the past. We must look at each other and resolve our issues. So you remember the brother that got a BMW, a Mercedes-Benz, the latest Mercedes-Benz, job praiser. He drew the bar at Chikurubi. That dude got it. The latest Mercedes-Benz that cost $1,000. He was at Chikurubi today officiating a borehole that is drilling for the inmates. First of all, the gesture is, I appreciate it. But I'm asking questions, why are we so obsessed with boreholes in 2024 that we can actually be able to improve from technique to something different? One day I went to Johannesburg. I hate Joburg town. I hate Joburg town. People know I don't like Joburg town. It's too busy for me. But I was forced to go in because I was going with someone to the park station. So I went there. Let me tell you, I used to go to Joburg town. For some reason, I did not like the Joburg town. But there was something fascinating when I go to the park station because I said, let me just go to the bathroom. But before I went there, I said, excuse me, ma'am, can I ask you a question? Is the bathroom clean? And this woman was like, no, ma'am, it's very clean. Then I was like to my baby, my son, I'm like, baby, is the bathroom? I said, no, mama, it's clean. I said, oh, fair enough. Then I went in. Let me tell you, they moved from the toilets that we use, the normal ones, to the one that flush themselves. You know why? Because the problem is people were not flushing bathrooms. But they realized that no, man, because people don't flush, let's not get them the toilets that can flush for themselves. Let me just say this. We should have been there now. But look where we are. We are moving from 2024. We're going backwards to boreholes. I'm trying to understand here what's going on. In 2024, we are drilling boreholes. And I'm looking at a man who got the latest Mercedes-Benz. A man who is got cars. This guy is with cars. A man who travels the world. He has seen beautiful toilets everywhere. Because if you could make me the minister of whatever it is, the first thing I'm going to do in a roaring town, I'm going to make sure all those toilets are removed. At least we must put those toilets that can flush for themselves. Point number one. That will be my point of departure. But no. We are going backwards. Something's wrong. But he's drilling a bore. And like I said, it's a good thing. But no. Based on where you are and what you have and what you know, that is better. This is not good enough. In my opinion, it's not good enough. We're expecting something better. Do something. I'm shocked people are like singing to drill a bore in 2024. Sorry, sir, but something is wrong. Then Hopochimono responded, let me read his statement. I need to read Job Praiser's statement. He said, in a heartfelt commitment to bettering the lives of those within Chikurubi maximum prison, to bettering their lives. I've embarked on a transformative journey leading to the installation of a borehole to address the water needs of inmates. I presented this board to the DCG, who was representing the Commissioner General ZPCS. In the past year, we have been working closely with the Zimbabwean prison and correctional services, and have also embarked on projects that highlight on the consequences of crime, fostering rehabilitation. One such project to note is Mosha, which is hosted by Nigel Amash, which is a step towards not just quenching physical thirst, but nurturing hope and humanity within the prison walls. Ndinosvitsa kutenda kwangu kunatatenda Samukange netimu yake ye boss Skyleg. Their support is this project has made this dream possible. This ball stands as a beacon of our collective efforts to make a lasting difference. Let me repeat. This ball stands as a beacon of our collective effort to make a lasting difference. I extend my deepest gratitude to everyone involved in making this project a success, inspired to continue our journey of giving back and uplifting those around us. I'm talking about a high-profile musician who got the latest Mercedes-Benz. In return, he went back and drew a borehole. With all due respect. Interesting. Very interesting. But Hopo Chingolo responded, and he said only in banana republics do musicians drill boreholes for the biggest prison in the country. It is not just about the failure to provide water by the state, but the failure to even drill its own boreholes. Shameless regime. No more words, y'all. No more words. These words are for Hopo Chingolo. Also don't forget, Hopo Chingolo, yesterday, honestly, I struggled to sleep yesterday. Honestly, I didn't know I could wake up better this morning. After I read a story that one of the guys was doing work at Hopo Chingolo's house was actually abducted and also assaulted and injected of poison. That story, I know there's still investigations around it, but my heart is broken that in 2024, listen to this, in 2024, we have men, I'm talking about men who are supposed to be fathers of families, protecting their children, raising kids, and build the society. Can he actually pick up another man, assault him, then poison him? I'm trying to understand, in 2024. That's why I said we need to start introspecting as a Zimbabwean community. We can't keep blaming this on leaders anymore. I don't care what people say. No person under the sun can come here and tell me to hold poison and go inject it on my family or sister or brother. Any Zimbabwean across the board, no one can ever deserve to be treated that way by me. And I don't need any person to tell me what's right and what's wrong. Until the culture is reformed, we are going to keep on blaming politics. But it's time that we change who we are as a people. Because sometimes I ask you questions, are we really ready for change? Are we ready for change in the country? If in 2024, if a normal man who was born by a mother and a father, who desires to have a better life, can hold a syringe of poison, can assault his brother for absolutely nothing. What broke my heart was this young man. He's literally in construction, a young, beautiful young man who is trying life with how difficult the situation is in the country. And someone had the nerve to inject him with poison. Never to think about the children, never to think about the future. Until we introspect as a people, something is wrong. And we can't keep on blaming it on the leaders. We need to start taking responsibility and change our culture and be a people who think about the next person, who actually feel for our sisters and feel for our brothers, and have a desire to see a Zimbabwe that functions for everybody. Let's move on to the Vice President, Deputy Minister. The Deputy Minister, actually, it's not the Vice President, it's the Deputy Minister that is appointed. There's quite a number of people who have been appointed by the President, but there's this very unique scenario of a Deputy Minister. She's gorgeous. She's a beautiful woman. But I saw people being mean, being mean on Twitter. Extremely mean. And I think another culture that we need to do away with. Guys, not everybody successful in life have given their bodies for prostitution. Not everybody is like that. Let me tell you, I'll tell you facts, because every time I meet people, they always say, oh, every woman that you meet from Joburg, they're just prostitutes. How many people have heard that? You can never marry a woman that is in Johannesburg. All of them are prostitutes. I've been jobbing for 20 years. I am not a prostitute. You understand? Those are simply speculations. People just throwing words that are not correct. Not everybody who is being promoted in the country is a prostitute. Women, we need to stop attacking people and begin to believe in each other. I'm not saying there are people who don't do it, but not everybody. I want to take a listen to this deputy president, not deputy minister. There's quite a number now. I'm just saying there's quite a number of deputy ministers that are being appointed in Zimbabwe now. The young ministers. You know, she's a deputy. Let the girl do the job and stop attacking her, but believe in her. You know, pray for her, especially women. Women, we are mean towards each other. But take a listen to her speaking, please.
You can introduce yourself, that's fine. All right. My name is Honorable Shida Chikomo.
I just saw him.
Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Trade. And of course, on this new role, it's a very big role, I must say. But I would say that hands on the plow now. We are looking into foreign affairs, of course.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why the volume is so low.
That Zimbabwe has with other foreign countries. So, of course, my ministry looks into the relationship, re-engagement, as our president always says. Zimbabwe is open for business.
All right, so you can't hear. I know you cannot hear, and I know you're gonna start complaining. But honestly, she's simply saying, you know what? There's one statement I don't like. This whole every minister in Zimbabwe or every deputy minister have a tendency of always gonna pull the president into the like. I heard the minister of transport saying, "Oh, what President Emerson Mnangagwa saying." I also heard yesterday. I think you guys heard the minister in Mashingo as well talking about the land. He also robbed the president in the conversation. She's doing exactly the same. I had one question to ask. Honestly, I've never heard people, sometimes I don't even know what roads are being built or what's going on in the city. All I know is I can just drive my car or going wherever I want to go. I've never heard any minister keep on referring to Ramaphosa. Never in my lifetime. Every minister just say whatever they want to say, but something is wrong about the ministers in Zimbabwe. They always, all of them, President Emerson Mnangagwa this, President Emerson Mnangagwa this. I know he's a president of the country, but you can't drag him to every little thing that happens in society. You can't. Things that are happening are for the state. They are not for an individual. And I saw people saying yesterday, it doesn't make sense that a person would say that the land belongs to the president. That statement is not correct. And that statement does not set a precedent, like especially for the president of the country. I don't think that the president sit down with people and say, please, you know what, when you say whatever you say, you're going to say, I'm the owner. I don't think so. I feel like as much as maybe we may talk about the culture of bootlicking, it's really getting too far. And it's embarrassing. Because remember in 2024, information is all over the place. People are getting access to it. Which includes some that are interested in knowing what's going on in Zimbabwe. They may not even be Zimbabweans. And when they hear such statements, it doesn't look good on the country. But trust me, I want to send some shout out to George Charamba. Honestly, I don't know if it is because you have heard how much we've been saying the way he speaks to people on social media is wrong. To an extent that I even said to him one day, I responded to him on Twitter, I said, you need to be fired because you're not good for the job. You're vile. And I remember I said to me, I made a mistake for leaving you uncensored. But honestly, I want to say shout out to George. George Charamba has changed, yo. Is it because of Miss Samchango was fired? I don't know. But if you check his tweets today, honestly, he's not communicating like a gentleman. This is why I'm saying it's so important for us to communicate properly without fighting. Because he's communicating so well. In my opinion, even some people were talking about how us as a Zimbabwean people can import our minerals, but we can export our minerals, but we are importing some grapes from Cape Town. How do we export our minerals, but in return we import grapes in the country? But we can actually grow our own grapes. And they were having such an incredible discussion. I was like, this is the Zimbabwe we are talking about. We are tired of fighting and swearing, and we are tired. Let's have a conversation to build each other. Change may come, but if we are not changed as a people, we are going to keep attacking each other. And it's not right. We need to start learning to communicate properly so that we can have honestly, we are professionals. We are a smart community. But our actions sometimes, they don't really support success and change. Someone is it's just to support change. Hatred does not build. People of God, hatred doesn't build. We need to start doing the right thing. Even if when people make mistakes, let us have a heart to understand. Emotional intelligence is important. It's not everybody who is an animal. It's not everybody who is an enemy. Even which includes those that are some of people that may believe in what we don't believe in from a political point of view. They are not our enemies. They are simply people who believe into something. But you know what? How we can change them? By doing what's right. So that the culture can change. If you and me can begin to change little by little, the culture will eventually change. But we can't keep perpetuating wrong all the time and expect to have a successful country. It doesn't work. This is why you find out that women struggle, like Zimbabwean women struggle. I'll tell you why they struggle. And some men can even attest to that. If you take a Zimbabwean woman today, and men can actually attest to what I'm saying now, and a South African woman today, the two of them, if you put them in the same place, they're very different. I'm not saying about beauty, because you know what I'm talking about, but talking about even the way of etiquette from a woman point. Zimbabwe women are tough because of the culture that we have built, that people should fight for almost everything. You know, we fight for literally nothing. Things that are so simple. You know what I mean? But when you look at that, because they get almost everything there, there's a difference. But we have to change. We have to build and create a Zimbabwe that we all want. A Zimbabwe that we know is perfect for all of us. But it will start with you and me. The change we want, that we aspire, the blue sheep that we're all talking about, is going to come. The change is going to come. I'm telling you, it's coming. Without a shadow of a doubt. It's coming soon. 2024 is not going to end until there is solution in the country. But the question we should ask each other, are we ready? Are we ready for the change? Because there's a possibility that it may come while we are not changed, and we may not be able to understand it, or we can abuse it because we haven't changed. It's time we look at each other with so much love and understanding. It is really, really crucial. It is crucial. Everyone is not your enemy. Everyone is really not your enemy. I'm going to tell you now, everyone is not your enemy. Everyone is definitely not your enemy. Okay, not everyone is your enemy. We are all family and we are one. Let's show each other some love, always. Now, Dr. Walter Muzambi, he said, does yellow dye into blue easily? It seems the blue voyage will be unstoppable. All the yellow garments will be pajamas. Well, as posted on my TL, my timeline, a fortnight ago, the spiritual bond between voter and voted is a covenant which cannot be broken by recourse or other shenanigans. In fact, it feeds into serious, this word is so long, so it was, okay, anti-establishmentarianism, okay? Anti-establishmentarianism. That's okay. That's Dr. Walter Muzambi for you. What do you expect? So it's saying the blue train is unstoppable, guys. I'm in shock. I'm in shock about how Zimbabweans are desperate for a different culture. I'm in shock. People think that they can switch off Nelson Chamisa. No. You know what anointing does? Even in your sleep. This man just simply resign and simply put a blue color. Now everyone is just wearing blue. We are just waiting to move. Very soon you'll see me coming in my blue. Very soon. We're just waiting for a signal. You see us coming big here in our blue and push the train. Guys, I'm desperate to see a better Zimbabwe. I'm desperate. And Osalo said, thank you, Harare, Zimbabwe. Thank you. So today they were in Harare. I think it was yesterday they were in Masvingo, actually, with the blue train. It's beautiful. Guys, why am I falling in love with blue color than the yellow? How many people are falling in love with blue color like I do? Please drop some love. Blue love's right there to tell me you are falling in love with blue. I am falling in love with the blue color more than the yellow. Yellow is in the past. Honestly, but my brother said, guys, any person who's going to take the money for CCC is a sellout. So the person that will take the money here for Triple C, as a political party, is a person that saw the struggle for us. And yay, so Chatunga Mugabe's son, he said, I've never seen Washington Mngwe speaking. I've told you the same thing. I've never seen him saying anything. I've never seen Washington Mngwe speaking. That's it. Zombo Taura is blessed. He does speak. He speaks in riddles all the time. Washington Mngwe, my brother, my father, whom I respect, he speaks in riddles all the time. He does speak in riddles. Very very interesting. He speaks in riddles. So Julian said, where does he get the time to talk when he's busy scheming and plotting? And then Kubilang said, these are night schemers. They talk in darkness and give scripts to actors. Then they start to post riddles. He can't lead. That's why he had to bring Mutambara to lead this party. But they only want to remain relevant in leadership positions. You know, they're very desperate for positions. Very desperate for positions. And then Sekvavi said, you Salisbury clique in your Gun Hill Bordeaux mansions with DSTV state, looting access, Kalim, Lime, Lilwe, Lodwa, Konapalo, Lila Sidina. Oh, Lila Sidina. Okay, this person, no, I thought this is non-Debele, definitely non-Debele. So you wanted to say Sidina, but anywho, it's Mr. Riddler, Mr. Riddler, because he communicates quite a lot and riddles. He doesn't really speak the way that we do, you know? He doesn't. Riddles all the way. But trust me, guys, the blue train is, oh gosh, it's massive. Yeah. We're gonna cross over. Yo, we are crossing over. Prepare for the Zimbabwe that you all wanted, yo. This Zimbabwe is gonna be a Zimbabwe for all of us. We're gonna dance, we're gonna drink, we're gonna eat, we're gonna do Thanksgiving. It's gonna be such a beautiful place. And Mazonga Ndaba, my friend from Mulawa, she said, is there any account on Twitter that Zimbabwe don't have a toss about? Is this one a little or no engagement at all? If there's any, it's insult after insult. You know. Let's take a listen to what, Walter Muzembe. No, not Walter Muzembe. This is actually Wende. So Wende said, today we met the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana, Honorable Silamba Botswana, at the office of the President in Gaborone, Botswana. We discussed the important role played by public accounts committees in SADC in ensuring that public resources are accounted for and there's a value for money. Hello? Oh. Okay, so, all right, so, okay, Wendy was discussing about, okay, let me read the tweet again. Today we met the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana, Honorable Slamba Botswana, at the Office of the President in Gaborone, Botswana. We discussed the important role played by the public accounts committees in SADC in ensuring that public resources are accounted for and there's value for money. It's like everybody's busy out. Everybody's busy. Mana went to Botswana, you know, Mr. Okay, the Mandela, people call it Job Sikhala Mandela Light. Okay, just as a joke, and Mandela Light is also busy on the other side. Nelson Chamisa just posting, but he was also sitting yesterday with an ambassador, and something was very interesting because there was a ZANU-PF supporter who went and said, what are you doing with an ambassador? You know, we don't want people who are busy, you know, discussing the country. But he says the ambassador is just meeting all political players. He never said government officials. Nelson Chamisa is just a political player like everyone else. He's not any government, any government. So he was simply meeting political players. So people are asking questions. No, Caston Mateo is saying, keep our flag high, Chairman. Thank you. Guys, can't you see something is going on here? What's happening? Like, wow. And King Solomon said, I'm so sorry, children, my brother. What you guys did to the struggle is no excuse and can never be forgotten. Neither can it be forgiven. You've sowed the seeds to ZANU-PF. So they're talking about the seats in parliament. But honestly, I don't know. With all these shenanigans, honestly, I don't think I could have done what Fazia Maire did. Just exited the parliament and I was going to leave because I was not going to be part and parcel of such. I was not going to be part and parcel of such. I was going to actually exit and say, no. I'm not going to be part of this. Sorry, not in my lifetime. Bye. Do your drama. I don't have time for this. Because honestly, by now, under normal circumstances, by now, when I'm talking about when things really functions, you could be seeing that we would be far from the time that we would say we are done with what we were calling, and I don't know what election, whatever it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Someone forgot their blue cup. Mine is here. This is the baby's cup. You know? And Dr. Denver said reducing support for Nelson Chamisa to be a brainless and fanatic act has been an enduring insult to many. We have listened to him and resonate with the ideas and vision he has articulated. A politician is a vehicle for the people's aspirations. It is okay to disagree with and dislike a politician, but don't reduce their support base to unthinking drones that are blind followers. Okay. Also, we're going to look at Linda Masarira was also attacking Nelson Chamisa. Like Linda, it seems like she's got her own political party, but this political party that she has, it seems like doesn't function. She just focuses on Chamisa everywhere she goes. Can I say this? Did you ever guys ever heard people saying that we don't want politics of individuals? Every time I'm sitting and I'm asking questions, what do you mean by politics of an individual? What is that supposed to mean? So is it a crime to be loved by the people as a politician? So now, does that mean that you are an individual because people love you as a person? No, so Chamisa is loved by the people. You can't change that. There's nothing any person is going to do to stop it. Nobody. But Linda Masara is busy. He's always attacking Nelson Chamisa. Everywhere he goes, whatever meeting or whatever interview she does, she's going to be talking about Nelson Chamisa. Everywhere she goes. So she said political stupidity is believing that an opposition political party should support another opposition political party. The truth is that political parties are formed to attain power and influence, change, transformation, not to support another political party. When we formed LEAD, now she's referring to her own political party, LEAD, Zim 2023, we did not form it to support, buttress, or praising another political party, whether ruling or opposition. Politics is not a sissy's game. It is a game of thrones and strategy. If you have weak strategies, you will always fall prey to the one with a better strategy. There is an old English adage that describes politics. It says, politics is a dirty game. Dragging God into a dirty game is the highest level of mediocrity. Or again, blaming Chamisa for talking about God. Politics is about tactics, strategy, and power. Whether we accept it or not, in every country under the sun, there are power stock brokers and power stakeholders. Accepting Linda to be sympathetic to clueless, ambiguous political characters is like expecting to see rice growing in the middle of Kalahari Desert. I'm a politician who does politics, not bootlicking to please county-like populist characters. Good day to all trolls and fools. That's Linda Masara now talking to people who support Nelson Chamisa. That you are trollers and you are fools, and your party is a county-like. She's talking about her having ideas and also politics is about it's a game of thrones. Let me explain to you. So many people don't understand when they say politics is a dirty game. Zimbabweans think that being dirty simply means that you need to abuse people. That's what they're thinking. It's a dirty game means the way that you play your games, but doesn't mean that you should abuse people then to prove that it's a dirty game. It doesn't mean that. Politics is a dirty game simply means you play it your way there, but at the end of the day, if you don't lead people properly, they have the right to remove you. But because we are in a very, very abusive, situation, we now think that that is becoming the norm, and we now try to praise wrong to say it is right. I don't have a problem to have a leader of whoever can be a leader, but treat people with respect. Treat people with love. Create conducive environments for people to thrive. Give young people an opportunity, to bring their ideas to the table. Discuss with people. When you're on top, what do? You may have be dirty games to get there, but when you're there, what do? So if Chamisa is fighting to be at the top, But if he gets to the top and start to mess up with the people, we will still going to impeach him. You understand? Because we put him there, we can remove him. So being the Game of Thrones doesn't mean that you must abuse people. You must actually deny people the right to be free to speak, to be free to walk, have the right to speak truth to power. That's not what it means. I think, Mr. Linda, that's why you don't have in politics, you are actually a written off person. We don't have time for Linda Masarira. But I wanted to just pass through there because she's not really important to me. She's not important to me. Honestly, it would be a waste of my time talking about Linda Masarira. She does not have nothing. In politics, she's literally don't even have nothing. Nothing to talk about. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Honestly, nothing. Let's move to the next person. There's a lot of politicians who are literally like fighting for, guys, the roads in Harare, the roads in Zimbabwe. May God have mercy on us. The roads. So motorists are complaining that people are neglecting the roads. Yeah, all the roads. The Harare City Council continues to hog the limelight for the wrong reasons, with the latest being motorists who have red flagged the City Council in the maintenance of roads. The roads are a mess, and it's really sad. And today I was looking at the Harare when I was watching people walking around in Harare. There's a guy that is doing, people will be taking things, stealing from others, and I'm watching that. I'm looking at Harare, looks like the way that Mbari used to be. Actually, Mbari was even better the way that it looks today. I'm talking about Harare in town. It has lost the flavor. Very sad watching, like it is really heartbreaking. It is sad to see what's going on. But Mr. watching on him, still responding. Said roads in Zimbabwe are in the state not because of the councils, but because of the ZANU-PF government. Road, motor tax, carbon tax, toll gate fees, and fuel levy are all collected by the ZANU-PF government. The state then disperses what it wants to councils. So all road levies, taxes, toll gate fees, and the fuel levy, which are supposed to fix the roads, are collected by central government. Read ZANU-PF, not the cities. Blawayo got 80,000 K only for roads from central government against over 24 million US dollars. Wow, so from 24 million US dollars, the central government only awarded the city council 800,000 K in dollars, but they've collected 24 million. That's quite interesting. Wow, 24 million US dollars, but then you only afford the city 800 K US dollars. So it means $23,200,000. It's with this government. Where did the over 23.2 million go? How would you expect a city like Blawayo to maintain roads when you are taking millions and only giving Blawayo 800K? Blawayo needs at least 15 million for road maintenance, fixing things like potholes. The money is there, but central government is looting it. In Harare, motorists pay around 64 million, but you gave Harare City Council only 2 million. Where did the 62 million go from toward motor tax paid by Harare motorists? ZANU-PF government took millions from Zinara, meant for road maintaining, and bought useless planes from Malaysia that never flew. And by the way, where are the planes? The last time I heard when Nick Mangwana, sent out a statement, he said that we didn't have the pilots who could fly them. So they are busy training the pilots now so that they can fly those planes. But the air ambulances are there, but we're just waiting for the pilots to at least pass so that they can be able to fly them. But I had one question I asked. They said, if we went and fixed Mbuzi right now, where we said we spent almost 45 million US dollars. My question is, Mbuzi on its own, what about the roads that leads to Mbuzi? How far are we to fix them across to Wizard? I know Mbuzi is coming from Mashingo, coming up from Good to there. And also if the ones going to Glenora, if I can see properly, and there's one from there going to town. Are they done yet? You know what I mean? But we were sitting at Mbuzi, the interchange. And like what my brother said, I'm going to say the same thing. They also said that if if this boots can be fixed by July, I'm gonna join ZANU-PF party. You know, I am gonna join ZANU-PF political party. Yeah, ZANU-PF political party. No, it's on record. That's what my other brother said yesterday on Twitter. If Mbuzi can be fixed by July, is what the minister, you know, and also the engineers there have literally, you know, like confirmed, then we're gonna go in and join ZANU-PF party. That at least the deadline, they've made the deadline. Quite interesting. Let me have a look and see what you guys are actually. What are your responses? What are some of your views there? Yeah. Welcome to Zimbabwe. Blue train is coming. Yes, it is coming. The prophet of faith, Prophet Chamisa, lied to this man. I'm telling you, soon people will forget about you. Will be out of the cameras. Who is Prophet Chamisa? Who is Prophet Chamisa? I'm not sure about the prophet. Oh, by the way, guys, did you see what was happening yesterday by honestly, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart because I've got love for Zimbabwe. You know this whole church thing that happened with Java in town. I'm just gonna say I don't have hatred for prophets. I love the church and I love God to preach the word. But honestly, Zimbabweans, we need to be people with discernment spirits, to discern, you know. There is no prophet who brings success to you without going outside there and work. There are principles of life. You go out and work and then money comes. You can't wake up and be a millionaire because a prophet says you're going to be a millionaire. It does not work like that. And be in mind, prophets are not meant to tell you about your past. Prophets are meant to speak life into your future. So any prophet who tells you about who died in your family, what who your mama's name was, those are fake prophets. Hear this from me. The scriptures talk about a prophet must declare or speak life to your destiny. And the Bible says if it does not come to pass, that person is fake. So whenever a prophet declares something, it must come to pass. So these people that are coming in and call themselves prophets, while they sit at the corner, have their bodies there, using people, buying people because of poverty and bring them to do all these shenanigans and lies, do not follow them. And I know some of them are saying, but their churches are full. The devil is a master illusionist. You can create an illusion. As a matter of fact, if you see people that give them those muti and satanic powers, they'll tell you that some of them are just illusions. You think the whole stadium is full. No, it's not full. It's what you see with your naked eyes. You can only see from the spiritual that this is just a satanic. There's absolutely nothing going on. And I'm saying this so that you can be aware and be smart, because we are getting into very, very dark times. And if you are not smart, you're going to be swerved by real evil powers. And some of you, by just sitting them laying their hands on you, let me tell you, they can actually pass some demons that will run your destiny. Don't just allow any person to lay their hands on you. You must check their lifestyle. If their lifestyle does not align with what they preach, they are fake. Their lifestyle must resemble the God that they serve. Otherwise, be very careful and be warned. We are living in a very dark times. And the enemy is working 24/7 to steal, to kill, and to destroy. It's not everything that you see that is good. So somebody says, hey, Rumbi, just a lipstick. Oh, that's Charles Maweri here. Charles, I will. You know, when I put lipstick, some people said, oh, they are too red, or they're too whatever. But anyway, don't worry about that. I will. It depends on what I wear. But, you know, yeah, I can just play around with colors. But don't forget that I'm also, you know, I'm going to be married. No, men don't really like lipsticks. I'm just saying. So, you know what I mean? So, you know, this is just a joke. But I'm saying, honestly, I can, but it depends on what I wear, you know. So it really depends on what I wear. So I can put lipstick, I may not, but please. And thank you so much for, actually, I didn't know that you were actually noticing. It means a lot, my brother. Appreciate you. All right, so Ngube said, Ngube and Bita already in dustbins. You know, guys, and then I really think something is going on. Before I actually rule these people out, I'm just going to see what's going on in the future. Because I think, because we've been played for a long time, they're just playing along, but something is really going on in the background. This is just me, honestly. You see, Jaden is saying natural is fan of territory. It's a trick one. And also, EM said, Watchman is just too jealous and proud. He can't imagine being led by a young man. You know, like we talk about the issue of the young man, you know, many times, but I don't really care about leadership, honestly. A leader is a leader. You know, it's like me marrying someone who is younger than me. I mean, I don't care. I'm just gonna just submit to his leadership. As long as he can lead the home, we good. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. People can say whatever they want to say. I really do not care. You know, my happiness comes first. So being a leader really does not have anything to do with your age. It doesn't even matter. As a matter of fact, age is simply a number. It's about the anointing and the ability. Okay, so Job ari kufunga kuti tsitsi dzaizwa vanhu ari mujeri agena ground. But like I said to you guys, if you really want to look very closely, listen to what Job is saying. It's exactly what Chamisa is saying. That should tell you a lot. Remember, for us to cross to get the Zimbabwe that we need, it will require all Zimbabweans across the board. It's not going to be a one-man thing. We must understand that for us to cross, it will require all of us across the board. All Zimbabweans, we must come on board and work together to make sure we have the Zimbabwe that we all want. Which means every person, we take politics aside and we now say, guys, how can we realize the Zimbabwe that we think we deserve? So I don't think what you guys actually pursuing is true. I think these people are all working together, but all they want is just at least we are able to stretch our wings and do what we can. Just, you know, when Nelson Mandela came out of prison, he did not realize South Africa on his own. He worked with the majority of the people. He was simply just a symbol. So maybe for him also, it doesn't necessarily mean that he wants to take over the whole thing. And no, I don't think so. It's just that we're not thinking out of the box. We are so boxed in terms of we're afraid of infiltration. But I think people are just working together. Honestly, mushawana very soon what's going to be happening. Good, they're just simply working together. Wait and see. Blue sky is the only limit. No, this is who the land belongs to them. That is my brother Edgar. Shame to them. Ukawana ngoma yorilisa jadakwa. Nelson Mandela of Zimbabwe, Job Sikhala, a waste of time. Like I said, I think we're just simply working together. At the end of the day, we want to have a better Zimbabwe. Whether it comes through whatever, At the end of it all, that Zimbabwe should come. So that's what we must be focusing on, making sure that is realized. And then I really think that people are working together. It's just that it's not quick to judge based on our experiences, but you just look very closely. It does not matter how they are, what they are saying, or just listen to the words. And guys, we all have suffered enough, honestly. We all have suffered enough. Who isn't? Who isn't? I just think they're working together. Time will tell, but let's watch and see where it is going. But you and me, we must build the Zimbabwe that we want. Not worry about a political party, but all of us. That's why I said I'm so glad that I'm now seeing even my brothers in ZANU-PF too on Twitter. They also begin to talk about issues that really matters. Like, guys, we can't export minerals and import grapes. We can grow our own grapes. If you can export millions of minerals out of the country, in terms of money, you've heard whenever Mchangwa used to talk about billions that we sell our minerals out. How can we import grapes? We can grow our own grapes in the country, correct? It means that people are now seeing to know, guys, we can fix this thing, we can champion this thing, let's work together. Honestly, we need to now focus on working together as a country to build the Zimbabwe that we want. Everyone is on board. You'll be shocked, but everyone is on board. So guys, thank you so much for coming through. I'm so glad that you are here, and I'm glad you guys came through, and I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. We are here, and may God bless you, and may God bless Zimbabwe. Please send some love. We are how many days? Okay, we're almost 6 days to Valentine's. I hope you guys are preparing because I'm gonna be here. Okay, I hope you're preparing so you can shower me with some Valentine's love, and while I shower you with some love. So I also maybe guest people that can come through here. It's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna really make sure I throw it there. We need to talk. Okay, I love you so much, and God bless you. Bye for now.